Oseyo, everyone. How y'all doing today? I am Crow, your entertainer for this broadcast, and welcome to my community mod showcases. Showcase? Call it what you will. But this is where I show you how to install mods both through a mod manager. Right now it's through Vortex, and through a manual install. It could be any mod you want as long as it's basically safe for work and I can stream it. And but right now, we have a community requested mod, which you actually, as a member of the gaming community or my stream community, can actually submit to me. How do you do that? You could do that three ways. One, just join in my live chat and just uh, ask me to just ask to show off, or if you want me to show you how to install it, I will still show you how to install it. Just say, can you check out this mod? I just need the name of the mod, what game it goes to, excuse me, and where I can find it on the internet. Uh, uh, Another way is you can on any of my videos, because I check my comment section on a daily basis, just about on a daily basis. Excuse me, I need a drink. Still haven't eaten breakfast yet, believe it or not. So I'm just going to have a good old mocha latte protein shake. So the second way you can submit a mod request, or if you're just having problems whatsoever and just say you don't know how to install it, or if you're encountering a conflict with something, drop the name of the mod and or mods, what conflict you're having, uh, or if you want your entire mod list. I just need the names of your mods. Uh, Basically, preferably your entire mod list. Where to find those mods, like on the site, the site or sites where you got them, or the Discord you got them. But I will need the link to them, to those Discords, if you're allowed to hand those out. And I need then to know the name of the game you are playing, you are modding for. Now there is a third way. This third way, I wouldn't entirely recommend, because half the time I'm not really on it, and also it's not safe for work. It's using my Discord. I have a Discord called Dragon's Loft. It is divided up into two sections. One is for my streaming, called the Cursed Stream. My streams are cursed. Something always goes wrong with them. But let's see how. One, the Cursed Stream section, I don't moderate for anything for speech and all, so I don't moderate really. The only thing I moderate are links, but those mainly for a malware and everything. And the other half is for the furry fandom. And if you've heard just anything about the furry fandom, us furries are very not safe for work. We may be part of the LGBT community, but the stuff we produce is not safe for work. So I would highly advise just dropping in, but you're welcome to join if you want. You don't have to be part of the furry part of it, but you can just drop in for the drop into the Discord for the uh for the cursed stream section and not go into anywhere else. And but best off, if you want to get noticed, drop in during the live chat my live streams, which is especially the this community streams, which I try to get out between 12 noon, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's American time, North American time, and they can go from a up to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to even 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, depending on how much I have to say about the mod. Excuse me. Or how much I want to show it off, how long the installation process is involved with, or just how much I'm caught up with the mod, or how long the intro of a video or my opinion is. But you're most guaranteed to get seen if you just drop in through my chats. You can do it through my community streams or my gameplay streams, which happens about an hour or so after my community streams. Sometimes I don't have my gameplay streams, but more or not, I have 2 streams a day. So, the other way, if you really want to make sure you get seen, is to leave a comment. There are some mods I will not review, specifically those not safe for work, which are those that you cannot show on any streaming service, such as YouTube, Rumble. I would say Twitter, but I haven't seen Twitter/X as a terms of services on a video, so such as, but I won't review anything basically nothing's safe for work that YouTube won't allow, Rumble won't allow, especially now that Twitch won't allow. So yeah, just keep that in mind. And with that, what is today's mod we're reviewing? Today's mod we are reviewing is Advanced V Customization. This has been requested a number of times by a frequent member of my stream chat, Olivio, which I finally bumped this request up because it felt like it was becoming a priority. Olivio kept bugging me about it, so thanks, Olivio. You see, if you keep on bugging me about something, I'll probably start doing it. I'm just that way. Unless, of course, like an emergency, I guess you could say an emergency mod request comes up, like with Biosculpted Exotics came up the other day, which they were just having a problem trying to install and not get to work. So that one immediately took over. Oh wait, am I in the void? No. Oh man, man, my hotkeys aren't working. So I guess we're still in the intro. But yeah, some mod requests take priority over others. If you're really having a problem, I will prioritize your request, your problem, over somebody else's request or problem, depending on how you describe your problem or how important it sounds. I will prioritize that over other people's requests and problems. So if you really want me to get on it, there's 2 ways of doing it: bugging the hell out of me, as well as really laying out what problems you're having and maybe emphasizing it's a real problem. So I think I now got it working. Yay, it's working! Mute's not, but oh well. Is mute working? Let me see. Mute is not working for some reason. Oh, well, I'm going to have to fiddle around with it. Anyways, today, Olivio has been requesting a number of times, which actually bumped their request up in this specific request up in the priority level, for me to showcase and review and help in manual to install advanced V Customization. So, I go about installing it. I'm usually install manually for Cyberpunk 2077 because almost all the mod authors tell you to install it manually. Problem is, not almost with the advent of mod managers, most everybody's forgotten how to install manually. So I'm going to walk y'all through the steps of not only installing it through the mod manager, but installing it manually. Hopefully it works. That's the thing about modding your games. Hopefully the mods will take into the game, and hopefully the game won't crash. So anyways, for the title, we got Advanced V Customization. If you're just follow along here. Oh, before I start anything, I have a method to how I give my instructions. Y'all may find it pedantic. Y'all may think I'm talking down to you, that the instructions are too simple. Or why am I going so slowly? Why am I repeating myself? I'm doing this on purpose. I'm trying to keep a broad mind open and make it to where you can follow my instructions no matter what age you are. Specifically, I'm keeping in mind for the more elderly individuals in our audience, such as my father, who is nearly 70, who is on the cognitive decline, who has to be taken through, who has to be told how to do things step by step when things are explained. Now, you may say, why would you do that? Don't you install mods for him? Actually, no, I don't. I do not install things for him because my father, as a gamer, installs his own mods. Believe it or not. So I'm keeping like the elderly, with cognitive decline in mind, while I'm thinking about like not just like the young 10-year-old who is this is the first time installing a mod manually. I'm thinking about like the 40-year-old this is their first time installing a mod. Or maybe somebody who, like me, who just forgot how to install manually and is rather unsure about things, or are unsure that they'll break something. You understand? I hope you understand. I'm coming from a point of view of it's going to be okay. Don't stress. But mainly, I'm keeping in mind for people like my father who have to take it step by step, and people like me, like, wait, rewind that. So, first off, I would recommend is read the description here, description section, but mainly see when this mod was last updated. This will give you an idea of how recent it is, how recent this mod is, and if it may still be compatible with the current version of your game. With Cyberpunk 2077, It was recently, the Cyberpunk 2077 game was recently updated, like back on December 5th of this year, which is 2023. And this mod was last updated September 26th of 2023. So this mod, there is a chance that this mod may not be compatible with the current version of Cyberpunk 2077. We shall see when we go to download and use it in game. But for now, we will put that off until future us has to deal with it. And you can see where when it was originally uploaded. This was originally uploaded on January 15th of 2021. You can see you can see who it was created by. You can see who it was uploaded by, and by clicking on this, you can actually go to their profile page here on a Nexus Mods, and you can actually go into their files to see what other mods they have done. Hey, I actually use Sculpted. That's a pretty good body mod. And here are the tags which give an idea of what this mod kind of does if they've actually used tags. Some mods do not. This mod replaces parts of the body, it has replacer body. It has it does something with the face. It touches upon the model, the mesh of the body. The mesh is kind of like the if you ever done paper mache and you built something around, say like a balloon, think of the mesh like the balloon. Textures, for those y'all that don't understand what a texture is, think of it like paint. Like painting on the mesh, what in this case the mesh would be glass. This mod touches hair, this mod touches upon clothing, and this mod is actually an overhaul because it's overhauling the appearance of the player character, which is V. So about this about this mod blurb. This mod involves adding NCPD, NPC customization, and custom work to V one piece at a time. That doesn't really say much, now does it? Further down, I really encourage you to check out and click on this right here. This says requirements. Click on it. It will tell you what this mod requires additionally besides itself. So for right here would be what this mod would depend on to function. But as it so happens, this mod does not have any known dependencies other than the base game. Here is where other mods depend upon this mod, Advanced V Customization, to work. So we have this mod that requires this mod to work. And we have this mod, and this mod that requires this mod to work. And they will give you the reason for it right here, usually. But as you can see here, it does not. Here you have the permissions and credits if you are curious about them. But if you're wishing or want to use this mod, always, like for something else than your own personal private use, always go into this and read what the mod author who created the mod, what they allow you to do. Because this mod is copyrighted to them. Their work went into this, and their work is copyrighted to them. They have ownership in that work. So This is what they will and will not allow you to do with their work. So here is the donation point. This is where you can donate either actual money or memberships to this mod author. This mod author has actually accepted actual cash payments and actual premium memberships. You don't have to donate, but it is actually it is acceptable. Mod authors at this point generally do not get paid for their work. All this is given for free, despite what a lot of mod authors want or would like to do. This is not a job. It may become a job with what Bethesda has recently allowed to do with their creation, with their modding process of with paid mods now, but right now modding is not a job. It's just a hobby, and modders do not get paid for it. And specifically, there are terms in a lot of in the terms of service that strictly prohibit modders from profiting or actually making a daily wage, turning modding into a job. Donations are generally accepted. Actually paying for a mod? No. Unless you're now Bethesda. Anyways, in the description, actual description, we have this mod is working with patch 2.1, which may mean it works with patch 2. I said that wrong. This mod is working with patch 2.0, which means it may work with patch 2.1. Please remember to endorse and add a few screenshots if you enjoy the mod author's content. And it has a little green check mark there. And they have this in all these in bold. Some of these mod files are old and out of date. The devs added hairstyles from this mod. But there are too many files to update. Most should still work absolutely fine and don't rely on other mods to work. Good. The mod author enjoys looking through other people's screenshots, so keep adding them. You can check out their new mod sculpted by just clicking on this link or right-clicking and or for you lefties, left-clicking and opening up a new tab or window, or you can just click on it and it'll take you right here. This is a pretty good mod, by the way. They've got this in quotes. I saw a hairstyle an NPC had, and I wanted it, so I got it. Hope you didn't shave the NPC for it. This opened a doorway to many customization options. Now here, this may be confusing for you, but it will not. M is for male mod. F is for female feminine mod. B for both. This is confusing for you. Maybe confusing, but I've already done a little looking beforehand, and I'm not really going to spoil anything right now. But keep this in mind. M for male mod, F for female feminine mod, B for both. Now here's how you install the mod. Step 1. Download the .rar of the mod you choose from the download section. Step 2. Open the .rar with a program like WinRAR and look for the file structure. Familiarize yourself with the archive /pc/mod folders. Step 3, in the mod folder, you will find the mod. It is usually named something like database Almaco, mod name archive. We will get to the actual naming of what the mod's actual named a little later on. This archive file needs to go in your Cyberpunk game location. The file structure is the same as in the .rar, e.g., such as Cyberpunk 2077/archive/pc-mod. Please do not re-upload these files without permission. Enjoy. That a little difficult for you to follow. It seems a little difficult, but once you start actually installing these things, it gets a little bit easier. So we want to scroll all the way back up. You could go to posts right again and just see if there's any sticky ones. Sticky posts are the ones in red, surrounded by red, and it has a sticky on it. Oftentimes they're locked. They have here from a May 5th of 2022. Install structure has changed to cyberpunk/archive/pc/mod. It changed the patch folder name to mod. This is very important. Keep this in mind for other older mods. And this is from June 2023. Hey to the people who still visit this mod. The mod author's been away from the modding scene and gaming in general a long while. The mod author believes the Cyberpunk 2077 updates have changed the game file structure since they've been away, which in turn has broken a lot of these files that they spent a long time working on. They apologize for not trying to keep this mod up to date. They were just so burnt out from the effort at the time taken, and then knowing they would have to do it again with the when a CD Projekt Red changed it. Now that Phantom Liberty is on the horizon, it looks insane. No, that they themselves say that right here. I am excited again, and might return if they enjoy it as much as they hope they do. They will have to relearn how modding the game works again, as they've got the memory of a hamster sometimes. Mine's like mercury in a metal sieve. The mod author also imagines modding tools have progressed massively by the greater community, making easier to mod in general, which is fantastic. Keep an eye out for more Almaco, or is it that Amico? I think it's Almaco. In the near future, maybe they can bring you another mod that will improve your Cyberpunk 27 experience. Okay, and you can just browse down through here, but we're not really going to do that unless we're going to be encountering a problem. You can come to the bug section, and there seem to be some bugs. Is there? Most recent one is from November 13th of 2023, but we're going to disregard that. Now, we have here, now over in the file section that I just clicked on, we have, according to this number here, 23, files to deal with. Yeah, 23. But some of them are for, remember, B, that is for both. This mod can go on both male and female feminine Vs. Remember F? That is only for female Vs. Remember M? That is only for male Vs. So, we have like, let's see. We've got a few main mods with a number of optional mods. So as you can see, we've got old files. You can disregard those. We've got Maelstrom files. We've got OBJ. We got River Leather Pants. We got Impact 2. So I think we will be doing a male character. Since we've been doing female characters, I think we will be doing a male character. So for what we are doing, for that, I will actually come up here to the images and scroll through and actually look at the what the files are called. This is main file M Almaco face inked. Unreleased V body mod. But actually, I'm kind of liking the tats. Pro tat face preset. Yeah, I'm actually liking the tattoos a lot better. F main file F tiger inked. Pink face preset. Golden girl face preset. Main file golden girl face preset. Actually, I may just go with female V. Inked. Well, this is for apparently the inked section, as you can see. And as you can see, he's really inked up. And as you can see, there's different type. This is the Haywood Street Kid. Looks like a different clothing options with Rivers pants instead of like those golden ones. Corpo Goro unreleased. F Gold eccentric. I believe that gives the like this here, and along with like the nail coverings. Gold extended. Evelyn's golden gloves, which is like the fingertips. Arasaka hands, which is, I believe, mantis blades. Part of the mantis blade thing. Or is it gorilla arms? Carry Uridine neck. Cyber arms for Maelstrom. And then you actually have the pack 3 here for the arms. Pack 3 has Oleg's face. But as you can see, keep in mind that down here actually kind of tells you what's in the downloads. We're still in pack 3. This is unreleased, so I don't think this has anything to do with we can get this. apparently we can get Ozob's nose. We just need to find a pair of pliers. If you get that joke. And jacked arms. Bob's cyber arm. Get bruises. We could get. And you're to blame. But apparently this is in pack 3, and it looks like it's only for male V. Golden arms, golden neck. That's unreleased. This is pack 2 for Netwatch arms. Pack 2, Joshua's prison tattoos. Oh, this is Joshua from Sinner Man. And of course, you got the face cyberware. Ooh, interesting. Comb over fade, which is. What's the comb over, which I could see using. I wouldn't mind having all this cyberware right here, but without that. Because apparently this is attached to the hairstyle. Square glasses replacement, huh? Net watches like spike hair neck thing. So what are we going to be doing? If Olivia was in chat, I guess they would actually be saying what they wanted to showcase. This is pack 1. I think this is like hair. Does he like have earbuds in, or is that, or can we see right through? 10. That's more Goros. More Takamura's. This one right here. That's more of a Saul. No, actually, that's more Saul. As you can see, there's a lot to choose from here. Pachycephalosaurus? Where is your god now? But yeah, let's get to the install. So we want... So... Let's go with... just F Tiger Ink. Let's go with this one. So, with that, with looking at the images and seeing what goes to what, let's look at the preview files, because it's warning us the structure has changed. Click on the preview file contents to see what's up. Yes, it has patch here. We will be dealing with this. So, for y'all using mod managers, click on mod manager download. Your mod manager will do what will take care of it for you. Do not worry if this appears, or if you will just let it do its thing. And it just do. Wish I had some music for y'all, but I don't know where to get any copyright free music. All y'all hear is my voice. This is Cyberpunk 2077's a red mod DLC doing its thing. Just let it do its thing. I would highly recommend y'all downloading the Red Mod DLC because y'all will need it if y'all are modding your Cyberpunk game. Some mods will only run with the Red Mod DLC installed. The Red Mod DLC is entirely free. You don't have to worry about it having to pay anything. I can back up that claim by simply showing you. Let's open up Steam. And since we are on Steam, you see store page right here. We will go to the DLC section. And as you can see, for those of you that use Steam, this is rather familiar. We scroll down. As you can see right here, I've got all 3 Cyberpunk DLCs. I have the Phantom Liberty. I have the bonus content, which is free. And Red Mod. Red Mod's totally free. Just hit view. And as you see, this is a modding tool, which not only allows mod authors, which are just shortened to modders, to create mods, but for gamers to use the mods created with Red Mod to play them. So it's totally free. I've already got it downloaded. I recommend getting this. And it would look like Vortex, which I am using. I would like to use Mod Organizer too, but it does not. I have not found out a way to get it to work nice, to play nice with Cyberpunk. So I'm using Vortex for right now. It is telling me it is actually good to go. So we can actually just launch the game just to make sure. Just come up here and hit the play button. And as you can see, it's booting up a for GOG. This is my personal game, but I'm just doing this to show you that there should be no problems. You should do this with every 1 to 2 mods you install, be it through a mod manager or manual install. And of course, something's probably going to go wrong. Nope. What you want to do usually is install 1 to 2 mods. And if you're using the mod manager, your mod manager says everything's okay, then run the game. You probably just want to go in just to get to the main title screen. But if you want to go even further, you can actually go into the game. And this is going to take a minute or 3 because my GOG game, the one I've been using to do my gameplay streams on, is heavily modified. This intro right here is loading up everything I have modded into the this game, so it's going to take a bit longer than, say, if it was just on Steam, which I normally do for my manual installs. And as you can see, we're jumping in. You can hear the music. Hopefully. It's all black screen. Yeah, this takes a while with mine. Yes, I do want that warning risk of seizure. As you can see, this is not your traditional start. We will skip this, but that is not the traditional start of a Cyberpunk because I have modded it. As you can see, there is a lot more here than usual. But I think we shall go to new game. Start regular game. No. What I want to do is go to... I wonder. Settings. Gameplay. And turn on the nudity sensor. This is to be safe for work. Because I do not know if biosculpted exotics will work. Well, let's try it. Regular game. New. Let's go with Street Kid. Apparently I have biosculpted exotics installed, so this is not going to work. But as you see, at best, you just want to get into the main menu, just to know the game will start up. From there, you can do further bug testing. If you're using a mod manager and you don't have to do this, I am, because I don't plan on keeping this. To manually install, you need right now go back to your browser and come over to manual install. Click on that. A new window will pop up that says save as. If it does not, I'm going to close that out. Click on the button that says download. Your where you're directed may look entirely different. Mine looks this way because I have an account with Nexus that has a membership attached to it. I have paid for a membership, specifically a lifetime membership. So mine may look entirely different from yours. If your save window does not pop up immediately, just go to where it says download and click on download. Now, the save window popped up. Where do you save it to? Some say save it to the desktop. Some just say click save. I say save this file to anywhere you can remember saving it to, or where you habitually save files to, or habitually save this type of file to. For me, it's the downloads folder. For you, it could be documents, or it could be pictures, it could be music, it could be OneDrive, it could be Google Drive. It doesn't matter so long as you remember where you downloaded it to. For me, as I mentioned, it's in downloads, so I'm going to save it to downloads. So I'm going to click on save, wait for it to download. My browser, which I am using Brave, you may be using Internet Explorer, Edge, Chrome, Firefox, whatever. They should indicate to you if it's downloaded. If it's downloaded, you could actually just go ahead and click on it where it indicated, and boom, you brought it up. You brought the file up, you opened it. But I don't like doing it that way because I always forget what I'm doing with it. So I'm just going to close this out. You do not have to. You do not have to close this out. You can just totally ignore what I'm about to do. But for my own memory, because my memory is like basically water in a sieve, I'm going to close this out and I'm going to minimize my browser. Not close out, minimize, because we're going to have to come back to a Nexus. I'm going to minimize this, and I'm going to go and open Windows Explorer. For some of y'all already have the shortcut to this PC, which just opens up Windows Explorer on your desktop, like I do. Just double-click that, and you will most likely be brought to here. Some of y'all may actually have other folders on your desktop. to open up just to bring up Windows Explorer. Some of y'all may actually have to go to the Start menu and open up this PC from here, or come all the way down and open up this, come up to a system, a Windows system, and click this for this PC. Or some of y'all may actually just click the Start menu and type in this PC and come over here and open app. Doesn't matter how you get there to me. Just open up Windows Explorer. Just open up your files and go to the place where you downloaded the file we just downloaded. Just go to that file where you remember downloading it to. If it was on the desktop, just open it right there from the desktop. For me, I downloaded it to downloads, and since I still have it basically Windows where it's at. If you're not using Windows, I can't help you. Because I use the Windows operating system. Right now I'm on 10. I refuse to upgrade until I know more until Windows 11 kind of gets its act together, or I'm forced to upgrade. So I'm going to go into the downloads folder. And as you can see, our file is right here. So give me a minute, folks. Okay, just double checking what other files I had. Don't worry, this is just a Johnny Silverhand from the Cyberpunk 2077 handbook. Not 2077. Actually, you can actually find him in 2077. An image like this in the Coyote Coho. Just start looking on the walls. But anyways, as I was saying, you want to, some people, get your word, start actually thinking about your words before you start saying them, Crow. Some people that show you how to install mods will tell you to just do not follow what I'm about to say right now. Do not. Or you can if that's the way you do things. But this is not the method I follow. Some of them will tell you bring up this menu. I call this a context menu because the context of this menu changes depending on what you're using it for. Some call it the options menu. I call it a context menu. For us righties using a mouse, we right click on it. For you lefties, you left click on it. I right click and you could just 7-zip, open archive, but just double click and open. So they'll say extract and make a new folder on here or on the desktop. Just extract it. I say don't. I say just open it. Why do I say just open it? Like with every other archive. Why? I've got a few reasons. One, opening this and extracting all this onto here will just duplicate these files and folders. That means more data on your hard drive. If you're conscious and concerned about how much data is on your hard drive, that means you just doubled the amount of data on your hard drive. If your game is on the same hard drive you're downloading and saving your files to, that means you've just tripled you're about to triple the data you've just downloaded. And that's on the hard drive. Reason two. By extracting the file, that means you have two times as many files you have to deal with, such as organizing, putting away, and otherwise deleting. You may not want to deal with either one of them. You may just want you may not want to come in here and repackage this. You may not even want to go down here and say, just delete that. Then you go like, oh crap, and you have to go back into your cycling and find what you downloaded, or you may accidentally like move in. If it's in a if you've rendered like say rendered your archive into a folder, you may have moved something into that folder, and you've lost you, and like the next day you're wondering where everything went, but you've actually deleted that folder, and because you thought you didn't need it anymore. It's a hassle. So I prefer to leave everything as a zip file, as an archive, and just deal with it that way. So what we want to do right now is just double click and open this file up, this archive up. For us righties, that is using the left mouse button. For you lefties, that is using the right mouse button. For you laptop users, on the touchpad, that's most likely the left button, but sometimes those are configurable. As you can see, there is an archive and a README file. Most often, I recommend opening up the README file. As you can see here, it has the install instructions. It says move contents to the patch folder. No. As the, let's go back and open up our browser. As it says here, the structure has changed, and it is telling us to put it in mod folder, not patch folder. So, disregard this instruction. Just how to use it, use skin 1. Remove all other tattoos. So we know how to use it. So I am going to minimize the browser. Now, how do we get to the game folder? Also known as the base game folder. The base game dictionary, the root game folder, the game dictionary, the root game. You've probably heard all this spiel before if you've gone with my other mod reviews and installation processes. How do you get there? The process is the most simple way for me is open up your game launcher. It doesn't matter if it's GOG or if it's I did not want to do that. Didn't want to click on the Phantom Liberty is out now. And it doesn't really matter if it's Steam. Yes, I want to launch Steam. For Steam, I will also show you how to get there with a GOG. For Steam, go to this gear icon. That when you hover over it says Manage. Click on the gear icon. Come down to where it says Manage. Now with this other file tree that appears, come over and hover over Browse Local Icon. Browse Local Icon. Been reading too much cyber generation and discussing it on one of the forums. Anyways, Browse Local Files. Click on this. A new window has appeared, which is Cyberpunk 27's game folder, which is for Steam is located under Steam, Steam Apps, Common, and Cyberpunk 2077. You will notice that I have Cyberpunk 2077 and Steam installed in a entirely different drive than my local hard drive, than my local disk, the one my operating system runs on. This is generally advised for you to do because the game will run better. You will have more storage space for your games and your mods. But I understand and totally sympathize with those who cannot afford an additional hard drive and who do not know how to install an additional hard drive onto their computer. I was one of those up until a few years ago that did not know how to build my own computer. So I totally understand. Most of y'all are probably stuck with what you just buy at the store. So I totally understand. I'm just pointing out, I've got my games and all on a separate hard drive. That's why it just looks a little different. Y'all's are most likely just under C drive, under local disk. But wherever you installed it to, you just need to get to Cyberpunk 2077. An easiest way I have found is with Steam. If you're using Steam for this game, is go to the gear icon, manage, then browse local files. Now, how do you get there with the using GOG, the GOG launcher? Well, bring up GOG however it is you do it. I do it from the desktop. Now, you see this up here, these buttons and all. Next to the play button, you have a slider button that says more. Click on that. Come down to where it says manage install. A new tree will pop over, and come over to where it says show folder. Click on that. This is where a new window will appear with Cyberpunk 2077, which is under GOG, GOG Galaxy, Games, and Cyberpunk 2077. This is where GOG has installed your Cyberpunk 2077 game. If you have directed it to install there, most likely you have. But once again, it's under Game Drive because I have everything under Game Drive, which is my G drive. But I'm just going to close this out because I am using. Let's close this out again. Because I am using Steam, and let's close this out, GOG. I'm using Steam for these mod reviews. So remember, gear, manage, browse local files. Easiest way to get there. So I'm going to minimize Steam. I'm going to bring this down. You could actually, the way you do it is have them both maximized like this. I don't like doing that because you're just kind of flipping back and forth. I like having them like almost split screen like this. That way it's rather easy just to kind of just have it drag and drop instead of copy and paste. So I'm going to close this out. So we want to, if you closed out the archive we had just downloaded, the F Tiger Inc., reopen it and go into archive, TC patch. In the game folder, go into PC. Now here's where it deviates. We have a patch folder right here in the file we just downloaded. Go into it. But oddly enough, there is no patch folder in the game folder /archive/PC. There's no patch folder there. There is a mod folder here. If you do not have a folder called mod, create one. You can do it by bringing up this context menu, going over to new, let a new file tree come up, and hitting folder and type in mod, and then you can hit enter. You could do this. I'm going to hit yes because it's just going to merge it. Or you could hit a new and type in mod and hit enter. I hit enter because I'm used to typing it that way. I'm going to hit yes because I already have one. It'll merge it. It won't harm anything. Do not Do not drag and drop this into this. That mod will not work in your game. This is the old way of doing it. This here is the old way of doing it. This here is the new way of doing it. This current way of doing it. The standard way of doing it until CD Projekt Red changes it. Do not add an S to this. Do not make mods plural. Just type in MOD and hit enter if you do not already have a mod folder. So, with that out of the way, enter into patch up here in the file we just downloaded. As you can see, we have a base game underscore Almaco underscore F underscore Tiger underscore Inc. dot archive, which is an entire mouthful. I'm surprised I got out. Now, in the game folder, with where we're currently at, where I just did a little rant about not doing this, not doing that, go into the mod folder. And I need to delete these. Don't worry. That was from a previous game, from a previous mod showcase, and that's totally normal just to delete mods like that. You're safe actually to do so too. But what we want to do is drag this mod into this folder, into the mod folder, which is at the game folder, base game folder, the game dictionary, Cyberpunk 2077 archive PC mod, into the mod folder, which can get kind of confusing when you're talking about red mod, but we're not doing a red mod yet. So you could drag to highlight, or you could just click on it. I like dragging and highlighting, and you click on drag and drop. And this is already in here. Not convinced it's in there, even though it looks like it's in there. Just drag and drop. Yes, not convinced it's in there. Hit replace. Drag and drop. Not sure you want to overwrite? Skip this file. Drag and drop. You want to actually compare to see if one's been updated or not? There's actually not been updated, so skip this file. Or do you actually want to see which one's which? I usually go skip the date and size, so continue. Or you could actually, if you want to cancel the entire process, just hit exit. There you go. That's in. So we're going to close out the zip archive. Close that out. Now I'm going to minimize the Windows Explorer, and I'm going to start up Steam, and I'm going to bring back up Steam. Yes. And I'm going to hit play. This button right in here to go into the game. But something's going to happen before that. We just manually installed that mod, but we have been stopgapped because Red Launcher, CD Projekt Red's personal game launcher, popped up. This is just to make sure you actually own the game. So, in this particular case, just hit play. And in my case, installing mods, I was thinking initializing mods. That goes up. That says everything's okay with Red Mod, so we're good to go. And as you see, with a not so heavily modded game, we just jumped right into it. And as you can see, we have a different intro. The previous intro that was shown is actually modded. And here we go. I am actually going to do start new game. Actually, first off, I'm going to go to settings, gameplay, and ensure the nudity sensor is on. I'm going to go to new game, regular start, and feel free to pick whatever difficulty you want. I play on hard. I used to play on very hard, but a lot of mods require you just to start play on hard. And let's do Street Kid V. And as you can see, we're already Street Kid V is already tattooed up. So we can even, for a skin color, skin tone. I don't know what. Let's just go with standard V. Actually, let's go back. Because what we just did there got rid of basically this. Got rid of the body ink. So that is one way of getting rid of some of the tattoos if you don't want it. Will it actually show up in game? Because or do we have to be nude for this? As it said, forgive my, because it said nip nap option 1. But we have the kind of the arm tattoos and the leg some of the leg tattoos. We don't have the full body tattoo, which is weird. We have the sleeve tattoo and we have the leg warmer tattoo. So I'm just going to go with standard V. Come up. Now, I'm going to hit this key so I can move my cursor out and bring up this. So it says use skin tone 1. Is that skin tone or skin type? Use skin 1. Okay, skin 1. Remove other tattoos, female specific. Use nip nap 01. So the 01 nip naps, I guess, govern the rest of the body. So I guess you would have to have the nudity sensor off. Which at this point, give me a minute, folks. The beginning of character creation can be a little bit iffy when it comes to a mod. So let's go to settings. Turn the nudity sensor off. And I'm going to go hit to be right back, but we're not going to be right back. I'm just going to censor what's on screen until I can turn V around so we can be looking at her back. So, actually, I'm going to go into new game, start regular, and right now I'm going to go be right back screen. But I am not leaving game. We're just going to do it until I rotate V to show her back. So I am now going to be entering hard mode. I'm entering Street Kid. I am entering actually V herself. And I am scrolling down and turning her around. Actually, okay. Okay, yes, here. And I am bringing us back. As you can see, well, let's come up to Nels. Having the nudity sensor on, you will not get the Tiger Claw body tattoos. You will only get the sleeve tattoos and the calf tattoos. You will not get the body tattoos. I am not turning her around because that would make the stream not safe for work. And and as you can see, blemishes. No, go back up to nails, please. This is a very impressive tiger right here, as you can see. It's got Karoshi optics, it appears. The whiskers are almost catfish-like, in my opinion. Almost draconic. The fur is kind of... the stripes are very shadowed. The fur is actually orange instead of white, where you would think it would be more white. Or... No, actually... I always think of tigers as white, because I always gift my brother white tiger stuff, because his favorite animal is the white tiger. But come to think of it, tigers are actually orange. So, yeah, the orange is actually appropriate. It's just, it's more uniform orange and more mucky orange. Almost shirt clay orange than a actual, you would think it should be. We've got flowers. What, is this growing from the tiger? And I'm not, looks like some sort of a, when we zoom in and out, some sort of a, is that kanji, katakana? I think it's pronounced katakana. Underneath the tiger's head. Right there at the small of V's back. Looks like you have a, what is this, yokai? On the, back of a, V's, thighs. It looks like they're kind of screaming. They may actually look to be like the fiery ones. Maybe kind of like the Buddha ones, maybe? Are those Tengu? Are those representative of Tengu? Because those noses look to be long. And the long noses with yokai, the only ones I can think of are actually Tengu. We have, is this kind of like some floral right around where the cursor's hovering? We've got more, looks like to be like more floral designs along her calves. Some more floral designs along her biceps. Yes, I am critiquing this because this is art. I'm actually critiquing this as art. It feels a bit muddled. Low quality at that. What's this back here? Come on, blue on the fur. Oh, is this some sort of feathering? I know the fur is feathering, but is this actual feather right here, or this kind of doesn't make any sense to me? Oh, is this supposed to be like some sort of opening because this is coming out? Is this supposed to be like some sort of cage that is within the character, within V, that's coming out? That puts a whole new meaning on this. So all this is coming out of V. If this is supposed to be like a cage, all this is coming from. Yeah, it kind of looks like almost. If you take it from back here, the tiger's whiskers almost look like ribs from back here. So, and this almost looks like forms like the rib cage. So all this looks like to be coming out of V. So that is a very interesting motif. But I would be interested to know what this says. If it is actually Japanese at all. Or in an actual language at all. I wonder what's down there. Oh, that's just the... Well, what else is included down here? Because this kind of art always includes something else. And what else is kind of like down here as well? I can't really make this out. I know it looks floral, but honestly, this could have continued on down, in my opinion. Going down. But all in all, yeah, it works. I would turn it around, but I'm not going to, because you know what? It would be showing nip naps. And I'm not going to do that. Why? I would get le bonked. I would get bonked by YouTube with le bonka stick. And I'd have a permanent owie for at least a few weeks. That I had to be very careful about. Be very careful about with. You know what I mean? What I mean? Overall, final opinions and critiques. Hey, it's a mod. I showed you how you can download it. Am I going to do the options? No. But I showed you how you can just download these. The other ones work the same way. But the Tiger Claw, it works. Because from I imagine this is what Olivio was going with. If not, Olivio, let me know. I'll come revisit this in like another one. But Olivio, from my understanding, was going for like there was the Mox character, then there's the not the Cyber, but the Tiger Claws character. So far, Olivio hasn't really done anything about Maelstrom character except for that those legs from Monster Raider. So, but yeah, I believe this is what was requested. There was no other information given. So, if I was going for a Tiger Claw, just a regular Tiger Claw, or just all inked up, I'd probably go for this one, but me, I'm a Valentinos. I'm a Tino. Not a Latino, because in real life I'm an Indian. Native American for y'all politically correct, or for those for those that want to get even more woke. I'm a indigenous person. I'm indigenous peoples, but I prefer the term Indian. Y'all being too sensitive. I'll leave it. I will accept Native American when we're getting technical because you can't tell what you're talking about between Indian, American Indian, or in India Indian. But for me, if I was to pick one, and I usually don't go in for tattoos, especially now with biosculpted exotics. Which, why be human? Humans are boring. Have you actually seen us? But anyways, yeah, that's my final opinion. It's a pretty cool mod to be able just to do this with skin tone, just by adding it just to the skin type for like the arms and actually attaching the body one to the nip naps. Now that one's impressive. Cause if we just change it to say off or just putting it to a the nudity sensor, which you could not have the body ones and just have the sleeves and the calf tattoos if that's all you wanted and would prefer to play it with the nudity sensor on. But in my opinion, you lose out on a lot of content with the nudity sensor on, which I understand why you would play that way. I played that way for a long time because of my sensibilities and being afraid of being offended by them, but I totally understand why, and afraid of being dinged by the tubes of views and the rumbles. But hey, I totally understand why people would play with the safe for work and safe for stream mode on. But that's y'all. This is me. And I would totally turn her around, but Les Bonk from Les Bonker with Les Bonk for Les Bonk weeks. So yeah, this has been the mod. That was basically my review of it. Mainly just the interesting look at the tattoos, because I never actually got to look at them up that close. I'm always the one taking the tattoos off by just vivisecting vivisecting tiger claws and actually admiring them. Mostly, I'm admiring the clothing of NPCs. Tiger claws are just tiger claws until a compelling story comes through. But yeah, I guess that's the end of this mod showcase. Thanks for tuning in for today's episode of the community mod showcase. If you've got a mod you want me to showcase or need help installing, or you got a bug you want me to help you out with, you know what to do. Until next time, folks, y'all take care. Catch you on the bounce. Later.